have become poorer. Why the likes of Tifnumbu and gang, they have become richer, billionaires with different private jets, Yoruba money. And one weary and his gang, jobless, opportunist scammers, like as we call them, they can use Yoruba nation, Yoruba name, to tell you to blame other people for that. How could that make you feel comfortable? How could you not question your education? How could you not question your own intelligence? How could you not question your own sense of reasoning when one lunatic in a council flat in London is telling you the reason why Yoruba is backward, the reason why Yorubas have nothing, the reason why Yoruba children are poorer, the reason why the Yoruba youth are jobless, the reason why we are now being killed in Yoruba land is simply because the Igbos are living in Yoruba land. How could you not question that? For some of you who are still believing in them. Now he's going to go to that jail. Now, I don't know, maybe they will allow him to appeal. I don't care. He's never going to learn. Okay? It's not the first time they are locking him up. They locked him up the first time in 2019. Then they released him. They told him, you need to stop this. You have the right to say what you like, but not to incite people to kill people. Are you with me? You can't continue to do this. What happened? He stayed away from social media, right? He will record video, send it to his lab dog on social media to go and post for him. But he's not satisfied. The videos are not getting traffic. The videos are not going viral. He decided to just come back again. And what did he come back to do? He didn't come back to probably say, you know what, Yorubas, let us hold our own we're politicians responsible before we blame Igbos, before we blame Fulanis, before we blame Hausas, before we blame any outsiders. What happened to those who are parading themselves as the Yoruba leaders? Have they ever spoken any time that they now probably they kill them for speaking up? Have they? They've never spoken anything. When they speak, they tell you, they warn us. All of you should be very careful. All of you asking for Yoruba nation. You should all be very careful. Nigeria cannot break. All of you should be careful. This whole thing, you are asking for war. They deliberately ingrain it into the brain of the people that when you say, let us discuss the referendum, let us discuss the regional system, let us discuss restructuring. They always say, when you ask for that, you are asking for war. Why? Because they are benefiting from Nigeria. So they want to mention Yoruba, but for political gain. Breaking away from Nigeria, that's a no-no. Now, if you blame Igbos, if you blame Fulani, if you blame Hausa, they are the ones holding Yoruba. What happened to the Yoruba politicians? Are you deceiving yourself or you are deceiving yourself? Of course you are deceiving yourself, but you can't be deceiving everyone. So he committed a crime in the UK, he's going to go to jail for it. Now, if you now read the news out there, don't let any weary from anywhere. They are everywhere too. Most of them faceless. Okay? YYF. I mean, they are actually threatening everybody. They were threatening me. If you don't wash your any kure, your yinka, don't threaten, be weary, beating. Oti wa ni galo. Ni nkan to se, ito ba bi ire nu yin, ito ba tu bi ire nu yin, e tu gbe orúkọ Yorùbá. Egbe orúkọ Yorùbá ke lọ wo ko bóyá pé lè fi intimidate anybody. Ó ti ń sì ke hide behind the orí burúkú tó ń bá gbogbo yín jà àtẹ̀yìn àti Tinubu, àtẹ̀yìn àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin wèrè tẹ́jọ́ hide sẹ́yìn ti Tinubu, tẹ́ wá ń lórúkọ Yorùbá. You know what I mean? Ẹ kọ̀ọ̀kan bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ ṣe máa yọ sọnù nìyẹn. Tẹ́ ẹ bá change. Ẹ yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bẹ́ ṣe máa yọ sọnù nìyẹn. For the next 1 year, 2 years, èyí tó bá bí ire nu yín, kó gbégbá Adeyinka grandson, bọ́ sórí social media, bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí threaten everybody. Àwa pẹ̀lẹ́ ní tó máa report yín. Because olórí burúkú yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yín lẹ́ máa kórí burúkú tí yín, lẹ́ máa kó bá legitimate cause. Yoruba, asking for Yoruba nation is not a crime. Are you with me? You don't need to threaten anybody. No be everybody go agree with you. You should have that at the back of your mind. Okay? There are people that they will disagree with you based on what they know. There are people who don't believe that Nigeria should break up this time last year. Today, they are the promoters of Nigeria should break. Oh, we should go our way. Oh, based on what they have now known. You don't need violence. You don't need to threaten anybody. You don't need all of that. But if it works for you, you can go and use that. But when it comes to Yoruba nation, there are responsible people that will not let you project us as who we are not. We are not hateful people. How there we relate together very well. Our people mingles, we intermarry, we plan, we do business together, we dupe ourselves together, we settle our differences together, we live together. There's never been any time that Yorubas group themselves and they begin to target Igbos, or begin to target Fulanis, or begin to target Hausas, or begin to target any tribes in Yoruba land. We've never done that. Bukwari came in. APC Egbekegbe came in. Who brought APC Egbekegbe? Fake Pastor Ruga, Tifnumbu, Saraki, and so many of them in Yoruba land, your pastors, your imam, your afa, and everybody who used their own different platform to cajole you. They brought calamity upon Yoruba land. Now they want you to point your fingers at other people who are also suffering from the calamity that you brought upon Nigeria in the name of Yoruba. So don't let anybody associate Adeyinka Grandiot jail with Yoruba. It has nothing with Yoruba nation. Okay? It has nothing to do with Yoruba nation. Are you with me? In the UK, I can decide I have Yorubas who have lived in the UK for just about 10-15 years. And they are already running for offices, Yorubas in the UK. All of you will sit down in Nigeria. You will read the news. Hey, the first Yoruba, the first Igbo to be elected MP for this is so and so UK. Ah, yes, that's our people are doing well abroad. Look at them. They are becoming this, they are becoming that. But back home, back in Yoruba land, back in Biafra land, una dey touch una self. Your mama na Igbo. You are a Yoruba, but you say your daddy is Yoruba. You say my daddy is Yoruba. Okay, because your daddy is Yoruba, you are Yoruba. But you know that your mama is Igbo. I say, okay, one name, your mama, because your papa na Igbo. That's the only thing that makes you Igbo. You know, your mama na Yoruba. So that, you know, don't deny all of this. So these are the prejudices that we are talking about. But out there, all of you don't know that when your own brother become an MP in the UK, it simply means they are taking them based on their, number one, they've accepted them as one of them, even though they are black. And now they have trusted them that they could make decisions on their behalf. And at the same time, they have also like shown that too by electing them. Now you, back in Nigeria, you are happy. Almost see that person, they don't elect him as MP in Canada. Hey, this brother don't win election for Senate in Texas. But in Nigeria, say, I like you, but because your mama na Igbo, that makes you, and your papa na Igbo, that makes you Igbo. Because your mama na, your papa na Yoruba, that makes you Yoruba. Is that not how you deal with yourselves? Is that not how you deal with yourself for real? So Yorubas, Igbos, and the rest of us, we must never, ever entertain any conversation that continue to fuel and weaponize our prejudices. We know they exist, and we continue to build around that. That even with our differences, we must never take our eyes off those who pushed us to this precipice. If Nigeria was working, number one, campaign for self-determination would be like something of joy, where people will publicly say, no, I'm against it. Some will say, I support it. You campaign for it like we did in the UK. That's how it should be. But Nigeria is not like that. It's a hellhole. So if you're asking for evidence why the UK did not prosecute Nnamdi Kanu, or if you are beginning to look at Mayegun, you are next, some idiot will be like, Mayegun, you are next. They are going to send you to jail. Me, I'm not afraid of going to any jail. But I will only go to jail if I commit a crime. Okay? I'm not going to go to jail because you wish. All right? No, that's not how it works here. It is only in Nigeria that people go to jail, right? Because some people feel uncomfortable with what they said, not because of what they did or what they are doing. Do you understand that? So I'm not afraid to go to jail. All right? But when they say they are taking me to jail in the UK, in fact, majority of you will be more convinced. And what you'll be saying is that, Mayegun, why did you have to do that? So don't attach self-determination campaign that's legitimate people all over the world, genuine people all over the world, right, are indeed supporting, promoting, and advocating for. Adeyinka Grandiot and his gang, they are freeloaders, they are opportunists who grab the situation, right, to take their own bite from the larger cake that they have turned the whole movement to in Nigeria, because everything is business now, right? But there are people who genuinely believe that, in the process of talking about breaking away, people who are intelligent enough knows that you can't do it alone. You're going to do it with other people. You're going to need the support of other people. This Nigeria, to break it up, even if you want to go to war with Nigeria, you are going to need an ally from those, from the components of those who make up the place. You can't do it alone. Do you understand what that means? You can't do it alone because you will need others too. And you cannot hate them and ask them to be killed. We always state it very clearly. Igbo came out repeatedly and he said, I don't have any problem with the Fulanis. I have no problem with the Hausas. I have no problem with Igbos. I have no problem with anybody. I have problems with armed Fulani terrorists in our forests. And they cannot be there. They must be done away with. They are killing our people. We have evidence. They are kidnapping our people, collecting ransom. We have evidence. These are legitimate demand against the criminals in our forest. We did not say that we should start going to the shops of Fulanis, because there are Fulanis who are money changers in that your street in Lagos. I know so many of you have your paranoia too. But this is not the point. The point is, we probably will be safer if the politicians and those in charge of Yoruba land, if they took us serious, our security, our safety. We are not calling for death of any tribe or any ethnic nationality in Nigeria. We want Yoruba nation. We want to talk about it. We are not fighting any war with anybody. Of course, yes, they are fighting the war with us. And we are going to defend ourselves, of course. And we are defending ourselves already. So don't get it twisted, okay? And don't get too carried away with all this social media madness where everybody don't become a motivational speaker, human rights fighter, what do you call independence campaigner. Everybody is turning to that these days, aren't they? Free talkers, people who can say things. Free for you, but just don't threaten anybody, okay? And if you have to threaten anyone, just make sure that you are living in a hole somewhere. And don't attach Yoruba nation to that, okay? So I'm not afraid. And listen, right? Don't let anybody, don't even pretend that, or should I say, I don't pretend that I don't know. That all these, my lines, all my platform, all my everything are all being monitored. They know I talk. Now that we are taking actions, which I always kind of love to call legal actions here and there, I'm still within my rights. We are still within our rights. We've not committed any crime. We've not funded any violence, and we have no plan to. That does not make us a coward. But if you can talk and blab, just remember the theory of a candle. Okay? It will blow, it will bright, then it will blow out. Just like Adeyinka Grandiot. And I'm saying this to you, just to let you know that the talk is free. Of course, talk is free. They say talk is cheap. Anyone can say anything, right? But at the same time, you must also know that for every word, there's always a consequence or consequences. You must also be kind of courageous enough to be able to take the responsibility of your actions. So I'm going to be responsible for my actions. So if anybody invites me tomorrow and say, you need to come and explain this and that, of course I will explain that. Do you understand that? Nobody's persecuting you in the UK. Nobody's persecuting you anywhere in the world. Ask yourselves, if the UK is indeed persecuting anyone, they will be the first to deport Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, they will be the first to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think Nigerian politicians are not talking to the UK politicians to do something about Nnamdi Kanu for years when Nnamdi Kanu was here? Do you think they were not talking? Well, he's committed no crime. In your Nigeria, because Nnamdi Kanu is asking for Biafra, he's committing a crime. He wanted to cause a war. He wanted to kill people. He's the one causing this whole thing. He should be arrested. He should be killed because you are ignorant. That's why. You are so ignorant. And Nigeria has done enough number on you. That is why you are thinking like that. Here in the UK, every word that has been coming out of my mouth on this program, the tens of thousands of hours of videos that I've made, on my platforms, every word that comes out of them, there are keywords that trigger, that will show where you belong to if you have committed a crime. Nnamdi Kanu was here for years. He was never invited, not by his own local police, talk less of the Scotland Yard. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, they are asking for his head, for asking that the Biafrans should be given a chance for a referendum to leave Nigeria. Do you understand? Adeyinka grandson didn't speak for us. Adeyinka grandson is not jailed because he's talking about Yoruba. Adeyinka grandiot is not jailed because he's talking about Yoruba freedom. Don't let anybody swindle you for that. Do you understand? He is a criminal who, if he has a chance, he will commit a crime in the name of Yoruba land. He will even kill Yorubas in Yoruba land to justify his derangement. That's how far he can go. And just see this. Jailing Adeyinka grandson in the UK with what we know is to save the Yoruba people, the trauma, the agony of turning our land into a bloodbath, the one we are trying to save ourselves from, the Fulani terrorists. This madman is against it. He was against the people who said, let's defend our forest, let's defend our people. He publicly stated that. He called him an illiterate. He called them enemy of Yoruba. He said they were not supporting Tifnumbu, therefore they are not Yorubas. The madman doesn't deserve our sympathy. Yes, he may deserve your pity, right? Do not, anywhere you see anybody talking about this, promoting anything, any kind of lies on social media, just go there and educate them. Adeyinka grandiot is not jailed in the UK because he's talking about Yoruba nation. If the UK government take me tomorrow, there will be protests all over the UK. Take that from me. You know why? Because everybody will know that now this is the targeted. I mean, they actually targeted Mayegu. Do you understand what I mean? Adeyinka grandiot has been in jail since September last year. There's no single protest in the UK. Not by Yorubas, not by Igbos, not by Nigerians, not by anybody. Because everybody saw it coming. So don't let some idiots push an agenda of UK, Britain don't want Yoruba to go. Britain, that's why they want to jail Adeyinka grandiot. No, that's not why. He is a criminal and they are only saving us something in Yoruba land. If not, you probably will start witnessing Borono. Yes, you will start witnessing Borono in Yoruba land, and no other people will be behind it. The jobless cretins that Tifnumbu created in Yoruba land, the jobless army of unemployed youth in Yoruba land that they use for their political whatever. These are the youth that Tifnumbu and gang, they will finance and they will cause chaos, wreak havoc in Yoruba land, and we will be picking the bodies of our people. So they saved us. They saved us a bullet. And I want us to be grateful for that. Now, going forward, last night we were talking about what should be our funding for this month. I wanted to touch Nigeria issue and all of that. I don't need to say much on that anymore. I'll probably say something on that the next time because it's just going to be another stretch. But let me give you this update. It's important. I initially wanted to take calls, but I'm not going to take calls because of my time as well. Okay. So our update from last night when we had a chat about how should we spend our budget for this month, April. And we agreed that we can budget and spend between 7 million and 10 million this April. Okay. Last month we spent about 8 million naira last month from our budget, from what we raised from our money. All right. So then the conversation came around the fee for the legal team of Igbo 12. Majority of us said we shouldn't pay that money. And so many of us as well agreed that we should pay it and then move on. But we should do it with condition. Some said we should, before we pay it, we should also give, they should give it in writing. Who are we paying? I have gotten all of that for you. And at this point, my people, we will have to pay that money. Okay? And then we are also going to follow what you said we should follow to keep it on record. Many people believe that it's a trap legally. But when I was talking to Oloye Sunday Igboho about it, he said there has been so many complications in all these court cases and the rest. Now, if you remember, it was the DSS who first initiated the case against Igboho and the people they picked up at his house, right? And it was after that Igboho himself now took Nigerian government, the DSS, Malamu, to court for damages and to stop them from harassing him. When that Igboho's lawyer in Ibadan took that case to court, he did not attach the Igboho 12 in that case. So which means their case is now separate, which is so absurd and sad. So that was how Olaje Ngbesi became the legal advisor for the Igboho 12, and whatever condition and any other thing he probably goes into for his clients. So that is why that's also the reason why they said the case in Ibadan is completely different from the case in Abuja. And to Igboho, we should go ahead and give it to them, with also a proof that they are never going to come back to us and ask us for anything again, whether for legal this or for whatever that. They said they want us to move on to other things that are more important. And at this point, yes, we are going to pay that money. But I won't release the money until I have received satisfactory, something satisfactory from the part of the people who are going to receive the money. All right. However, I will update you more on that. I spoke with Alano. I also spoke with Deputy Alano. And I also spoke to a few other people about this I'm about to tell you. And that is, last month, because of what we had, we said we were going, we took up the welfare of Alano and Deputy Alano and the people around them for their medical and their welfare. These are old men, you know the story. So this month, we have decided that we should, especially when somebody raised that yesterday, we have decided to pick up their bill for this month of April as well. And I am going to to release that on Monday. I'm going to release that cash. And it's going to be 1.7 million again. All right. This is why we said we should use our money judiciously. And, as it is, Baba Akintoye, Oloye Igboho, and so many others are still in Benin Republic as we speak. So, but, so we're going to take care of that on Monday. Just like I said, yes, we are going to give that 3 million, but it's not going to be released just anytime soon. Igboho said we should go ahead and do it and get it done with. But at the same time, I need some few things on record. And this time around, what we need on record is not just going to be word of mouth from these guys. It's going to have to be written. In my own opinion, if they are not willing to do that for us, we are not saying that we're going to share it publicly, but to build our own confidence to say, yeah, we can say in the future, yeah, this is who got that money. You get what I mean now? And I don't want a towodowo. So I walk around that. They may never get that money for another 1 week. I would love to release the money as soon as possible because of Oloye Sunday Igboho, or just because of the controversy surrounding it. Yeah? Until I get something satisfactory, it will not be released. There's also another one. We agreed that we should reach out to our brothers across the Niger, the Biafrans, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu precisely, and reach out to those who have access to him, his lawyers. They are those who always visit him, right? So I received the support on this platform. They said we should go ahead and do it. I've also received some other messages too, where people said we should hold on. You know, there's this off and on yawa going on, especially on social media. And we don't want our goodwill gesture to be misconstrued into something else. Not because we are afraid of anyone, it's because we don't want to make a tense situation even more tense. Yes, we have the 2 million naira, and we're going to release that money the moment we have the green light from the right source in IPOB. So this is it, brothers and sisters, my brethren. We are going to, from this short budget I just gave to you now, it simply means we are going to be spending close to it's not close to, we're going to be spending, to start with, we're going to be spending 6.7 million naira. That's already 7 million, you know, and I told you that we should put our budget at between 7 and 10 million in April, right? So that means probably in the next 1 week, we are going to first spend that 6.7 million, 3 million, 1.7 million welfare for Alano and Deputy Alano for the month of April, 2 million naira to the IPOB. That's about 6.7 million naira. So you see? So I hope I still get all your approval that we can spend between 7 and 10 million naira this month, okay? Because there's still probably the legal fees. You know, there's no election in Ekiti. There's already a court case against that. I mean, on that, you know, if they reach out to us, we will reach out to them. So if you can see the big picture now, remember, we are already running down. The moment we make this lump payment in a week, that means we won't have much left. We'll probably hovering around just about the moment we make this payment, that means we'll be hovering around there about 5 million, 4 million. That means by the time we spend another 3 million from that to make it 10 million, we are going to be completely out. Now, around that time, if they say 1 million, they will look like a zombie. Why no, we won't be. So we need to continue the fundraiser. So please, every argument, every opinion on this issue of how should we intervene or support them, everything has been taken in. Okay? Everything has been considered. All right? And remember, because ours is intervention, and true to it, we raised this money from our own hard work. Nobody got the money for free from anywhere. We work hard for our money. But if our intention of putting our money together is to give reprieve to those who are being persecuted, at this point, we have proved our point. We have proved all we needed to prove, that we cannot be pushed over. We cannot be pushed around. Nobody can take any money from us, just if they wish. Yes, we have proved that. At this point, we will have to pass this. And I'm going to seek your indulgence on this. Genuinely, I'm seeking for it. Igboho, I can't say that Igboho nearly kind of moved to tears, trying to tell me, Mayegun, help me tell them, they should just let this go. These boys always call me. They cry on the phone. Am I going to see them go to jail? We won't see them go to jail. We want to help them. And when I saw it at that point, it was becoming like we just wanted to help and make things easier for them. Now, if I could see Igboho in that state, it's like a frustrated state. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell them. I understand what everybody is saying, but Mayegun, please tell them, give it to them. Please, please tell them. At that point, for those who know Igboho very well, That's a position that you don't want to see him at. You don't want to see me in that position. Trust me, you don't want to see him. All right. So we will go ahead with it. Excuse me. So we'll go ahead with it. But like I said, it is not going to come that so easy. Like I said, so we'll make a provision for it, and we must continue to fundraise. Okay. Igbo himself is going to need his own welfare taken care of this month of April. We haven't even mentioned him. We haven't mentioned him. So anyway, what I'm going to do first, maybe I shouldn't tell you, but I'm going to tell you now because that's what I'm going to do. Okay. We have a budget so far. If we give them 3 million, and we give our brother, the Mazis legal team 2 million naira, and we also take care of the welfare of Alano, the Alano of Yoruba land, Professor Banji Akintoye and his deputy. That will put us at 6.7 million. Am I right? I keep saying that. 3 million, 2 million, that's 5 million, 1.7, that's 6.7. Yeah. So 6.7 million. So until they give us something in a written form that these people, when we give them the money, there will never be any kind of harassment on these people again. So this is my plan. Like I said, maybe I shouldn't tell you, but I'll tell you. So my plan is that when I eventually give them the money, I'm going to give them 2 million naira. I'm going to hold on to 1 million naira, which is actually going to be part of the money we're going to send for the welfare of Oluye Sunday Igboho in April. I don't know how long it's going to still be in Benin Republic yet, but we're going to budget for his welfare, his own comfort and the rest. So the moment he agrees, so that instead of giving them the 3 million, we're going to give them 2 million. I'm going to keep 1 million naira until they give us a written form. Are you with me? Until they write it down and say, yes, once we clear all this stuff, there will be no more harassment from these guys. So if they are trying to legally trap us, can we try and have some legal advantage too? We need a written form. And I want to pay the money directly to the person who is collecting it. I don't want to do third party. I can tell you this. From the account number that Oluye Sunday Igboho sent to me, it is an account to someone who is then going to pay the lawyers. Now, I have already ruled that out. I am not paying anybody to pay any lawyers. Okay? Whatever they are paying the lawyers, they should just pay the lawyers themselves and tell the lawyers that we are going to send them 3 million naira, but we need a written confirmation, a written agreement that says, I'm not saying we're going to publish it, like I said, but if they are not comfortable with it, they may never get the remaining 1 million. We may never give that to them. That will be our own safety net. And I hope that can speak your mind in that regard. Because with what I saw today, with what I heard today, we cannot avoid it. Okay, we can't avoid giving the money. We will give them, but we'll hold some back until they agree to give us something back too. So maybe tomorrow, when I have a chance of talking to everyone on the phone, taking calls, I may have a chance of asking for what you feel. But ladies and gentlemen, that we are not going to give them, please let us rule that out. Okay, please. We should rule that out. We have proved our point, like I said. And to everyone asking me, how do we contribute? Because you all said we should continue to raise the fund. Okay. Our target was 50,000 pounds, remember? We are barely around 30,000. Yeah, maybe if we raise our money to 50,000, yeah, we'll be able to focus on other things. As we have said, this is April. There's still going to be May. There's still going to be June. I'm not saying that we're going to be doing this every month, but I mean, until we launch the Yoruba Rescue Fund, where the Yoruba struggle will have access to their money anytime they want, where we can put our resources all together, where they can present all their projects, all the advocacy, all everything they are going to be doing, they'll present them before they get funded. Now, until the arrival of a Yoruba Rescue Fund, until we finish building that, our intervention fund cannot stop. It cannot run dry. If it runs dry, I'll come back here one day soon anyway, because we're going to run out if we don't raise any money or add to it, get to that our 50 grand in order to continue to do more. If we don't, after I made out all this payment this week or this coming week, we will run out. And I'll come out here to announce to you that we are closing it. Fundraiser ends because we've run out all of our money and we are not getting anything anymore. Intervention has also ended. I wish I won't be doing that. Okay, because people are responding. So don't let me try to guilt trip you. Okay, I'm not guilt tripping you. All right, I'm just saying what is reality. I'm just holding the cash, and when it gets to a point whereby we run out, there's no point in pretending that we can still help when we know we can't. So to prove that we can still very much help until we launch the Yoruba Rescue Fund, I want you to remember, you need, or we need, to continue to drop our widow's mite. I will drop the link again in the comment section, and I'm going to call it a night after that. Okay. So if you look at the comments, you can open the link, support the fund, because we are going to be spending over 9,000, or sorry, we're going to be spending close to 10,000 pounds, if not more, in the next 2 weeks. Then we're going to run out. And that means we're going to be left with, you know what I mean? With somewhere around 7,000. And if we have 7,000, it is just probably going to take a one net transaction before we run out completely. I don't want it to happen, or we may just end up having to grow stingy. Do you get what I mean now? So, but it's all up to us. Whatever we say is what we're going to do. So, my friends, check the comments. It's there. If you actually check the comments on YouTube right now, you will see it already pinned in the comment section. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you to every one of you who spent your time with me tonight. I've not been able to read a lot of your comments, which usually is something I usually do, mostly when I'm taking calls. But I am so kind of into the program tonight. And if you are just joining me, it's all right. You can watch from the beginning again, okay? All you need to do is just move the arrow back, okay? And you can start watching. You can skip the music as well if you really want to get down to it, okay? So thank you so much. Yeah, some people are already, many of you are already suggesting that we should do the fundraiser twice a week. We will have to now, because the moment we start running down, we're running out of cash, running out of our own savings. Yeah, I will have to, come out and raise fund. Except if you say, Mayegun, don't worry yourself, let's close it down. Wait for the Yoruba Rescue Fund. Whatever you do is what I'm going to do. You just need to know, right? We will be taking all these actions and we'll be running out of cash soon. So to all my other friends who also contributed by their super chat, super sticker, comment, no phone calls tonight. I want to say thank you to all of you. All right. Yeah, Sheima Kinde has already endorsed Wiri Wiki. I wish I have a lot of time right now to discuss that too. But I don't. Don't worry. Shokilo Belgi, I'm going to see you again anytime soon. Until then, stay safe and don't leave without liking the video. Maje Ogunlowo. It's a very, very powerful thing to leave the temple of truth tonight, and you live with your own offering. Like the video, engage it, share it, because that's how the video will get recommended to other people who you yourself believe are missing. They are missing out for not being part of us on this program. So like the video, share it, subscribe on Mayegun's Diary Politico. Another thing I want to add is this, all right? You see, when you want to support your own content creators, that is when you give a super chat, you give super stickers, you do all of that stuff to support your favorite, YouTuber. Now, on this same YouTube, you can also support me by subscribing and becoming a member of Mayegun's Diary Politico. Yeah, there are people who actually pay to listen to Mayegun. They pay to watch Mayegun. It's free, but people choose to. Okay, I have a silver members, I have gold members, I have a premium members, I have a premium member, and then I have a diamond members. Whichever of them you feel comfortable with. It's as low as £1.99 a month, and you can cancel it anytime, which means you can be a silver member of Mayegun's Diary Political, and you only be charged £1.99 every month. That is called supporting your favorite YouTuber. This is how you can say, I am also investing in Mayegun, and whatever he gives every night, they are the reward of my own investment in Mayegun. You know what I mean now? That's how you support your YouTubers everywhere, okay? So thank you so much for all the support as always. I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, you should all stay safe, and good night to you.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Mayegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹ̀ ni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.